You're right. If you really try. I mean, you could with any song. You just put some sleigh bells over it, and it's a Christmas song, isn't it? Just give me one moment. Had chippy tea last night. I did as well. Did I tell you about this? I had chippy tea last night. Was it good? Did you have to peel your Savoy? You know me, Lip. I always have to peel my Savoys. That's horrible. Oh, look. I'm bored. So let's have a nice little chat. Let's have a nice... And I'm going to stress this. Let's have a nice, really laid back chat about nice little things like peeling Savoys and such. We're going to go to Scotland. Not in real life, in Train Sim World, which is almost as good as real life. Full disclosure as always, keys for the DLCs and stuff been given to me free by Dovetail Games. They have no editorial control on anything that I say, so I can say like poo and tits and stuff like that, and they don't care. Which is great because you know what I mean. I'm always saying that sort of stuff. Just a full disclosure. I did also write something on my website about my ad content because it turns out that I was not following the what's it called, the ASA, Advertisement Standards Authority, something like that. Wasn't following their regulations necessarily. Why is the music stopped? I'll tell you why. No. There you go. So I've had to change a couple of them. I had to change a couple of the videos on YouTube, which is fine. It wasn't anything major. It was just a few that weren't listed as ad videos, where they now are. But it was ones that have like one view, like most of them. So it's fine. Eagle's there, welcome in. How's it going? You're going to be our Scottish representative today. We're going to go to Scotland. You're going to have to say whether you've been to these places that we're going to and what they're like, if they're good or not. We're going to do 2 routes today. I plan on doing 2 routes. They're about an hour long each. So, yeah, a couple of hours done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from point A to point B in one route, and then I'm going to do point B to point C in the second route. So it's actually going to be a journey all across Scotland, which will be nice. It'll be good stuff. I've also got my Scottish playlist on. This is a non-exhaustive playlist of songs that I've got saved on my PC that are Scottish or written by someone who's Scottish, or some of them are very loose. You'll see what I mean. I was struggling to get 2 hours worth of ones that I know are Scottish, so it was a bit of a stretch, but it doesn't matter. So the first line I'm going to do is the 5 circle line. And if you just give me a minute, because I wrote down which specific one I was going to do, and I've forgotten. Oh, crap. You just give me one moment, chat. I've accidentally deleted it. You just give me 2 ticks. So we're going to do... Here we go. Promise to be on my best behaviour and not engage in childish or puerile territory japes. I mean, you can. You're allowed. If anyone's allowed, you're allowed. I'm not going to be getting into that. I don't want to be... My one goal for this stream really is to not be a racist. So, fingers crossed. Let's see if we can get through it. We're going to be going in the Class 170 for this stage. And we're going to be going on the 1554... I can find it. 1554 from Dundee to Edinburgh Waverley. But we're actually going to be starting at Markinch, because that's as far as the route goes. It doesn't go all the way from Dundee, which is a shame. But that's fine. We're going to make it a little bit cloudy. It's going to be a little bit cloudy. It is Scotland, you know. I don't think that's racist for me to say. So, here we go. It's going to take 59 minutes if I'm on time, which hopefully... I did do a test run of these routes the other day just to make sure that I wasn't, you know, being completely stupid. Levels. That needs turning up, doesn't it? Game needs turning up. Let's put the game on 100% and just see. Should we just see how we feel? If it's too high, too low, let me know.
Kirkcaldy. King.
We're gonna open the
Berg
doors.
Island.
He says. Okay, that didn't work. That's fine. We'll open the doors with that button. Just give me one moment to set up the train, folks. So master key unlocked, reverses forward, that's fine. Just turn the brake down a little bit, doesn't need to be that high up. We're going to turn on safety systems, so vigilance on, AWS is on, good stuff. So we're in Markinch at the moment, E-Girls. I'll show you the map. So the route actually doesn't go all the way up to Dundee, which is a bit of a shame. But we're on that line. So this train service is going from Dundee to Edinburgh. So we're going to go from Markinch, and I think we go into like Kirkcaldy. We go across the 4th rail bridge and all that sort of thing. A few places that you may know, there's Kirkcaldy there. I might be pronouncing some of these places wrong, I do apologise if I am. I think Burnt Island is one of them as well at some point, I believe. Kinghorn. Music's really quiet now. That's a harder one. In what sense? Kirkcaldy. Okay. They do say it in this. Well, there's a lovely Scottish lady who does the announcements on the train, and for some reason the driver can hear them. So we'll see what she says, and then you can tell me how wrong she is every time. Because I'm not sure I think they might have hired a voice actress to do them instead of like actually grabbing them from the train itself, if that makes sense. I'm not sure. Let's lock the doors. For some reason I have to use hotkeys. For some reason these buttons don't work. Put it down to being a bug, I guess. There we go. It does take a while to get moving this one. It is a diesel train. That's quite loud, I understand that. But we're going to be inside, so it's fine. I've also figured out that pressing 1 resets the camera so it's dead in the middle, which is something that has always really stressed me out. It's a bit like Truck Simulator. I didn't realise you could do that. So that's nice. I'm going to turn down my camera's compensation just quite a bit actually, because it seemed really bright then. Here we go. So it should be a nice little route. It's sort of November at 4 PM ish, so we'll be going into the sunset a little bit. Hopefully. Is the music really quiet? I think it might be a case of me having to turn it up and down or per song. I do apologise for that. It's a little bit of, I say it's a bit of an eclectic mix. It's not really. It kind of just Franz Ferdinand, and then a couple of bands where one of the members was like born in Scotland, but that's it. So there's a little bit of Dire Straits in there, a little bit of Talking Heads. Really had to sort of well, I mean they are Scottish technically, but you wouldn't call them Scottish bands, would you? No, it's close enough. Just shows how ignorant I am, really, vis-a-vis Scottish music. I do not have a lot on my computer, which is a shame, but it is what it is. I'm up for learning something. Simple Minds, they're Scottish, I believe. Do let me know, as always, levels, if they're good or bad. Could be turned up or down, or left or right, or anything like that. Look at this. Ploughing down there. And this, you'll like this. I was doing this route as a test, and I didn't really know anything about the route. I was just sort of doing it. When we went across the 4th rail bridge, I was like, holy shit, it looks fantastic. Minecraft door noise. It is a little bit, isn't it? Yeah, it's a good point. Good point there. So 1604, I'm going to be stopping in Kirkcaldy. Hopefully I'm getting a bit better at pronouncing that now. So I believe, I don't know if there's a way we can check. I think there is a way we can check. If we just sort of... Does it point out all the stations on this? So, Kirkcaldy's there. Oh, Jesus. Kinghorn. Burnt Island. Aberdour? Aberdour? Possibly. Dalgety. I don't know if we stop at Dalgety. Dalgety Bay? I think we do, actually. We go down to Inverkeithing. Excuse me. Good thing we haven't fucking crashed. I'm not paying attention. I'm gonna have a look at this again now. Hang on. Inverkeithing, North Queensferry, Dalmeny. I think then we go down here. Do we? Edinburgh Gateway. Yeah, Edinburgh Gateway, South Gyle. And I think that's it. Haymarket as well, sorry. So we do actually, for the footballers in the chat, football fans, I think we go past Hampton Park in this, and I think we also go past the stadium of Wraith Rovers. Is it Wraith? Pronounced that right? Which comes, they're both on the left hand side. You'll see the Wraith Rovers comes in soon actually. It's not far from here. Morning train fans, morning Adam. How's it going? Welcome in. And Chappers as well. How you doing? Just the 9,800 bits short of gigantifying an emote. Yeah, I've set those really high so no one does them. Because I don't want people wasting their bits on it. Not for me to tell people how to spend their bits. You know, but come on. I also have the minimum bit limit in this chat set to like, is it 10,000 or 100,000? I just don't want people giving bits to me. Give them to someone else. Give them to Nerdmo or something, you know. Rogue Ravers. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, there's some lovely little houses here. This area is D-side, also known as Royal D-side. However, before you think there must be loads of typical British royalists that you'd see as somewhere like Balmoral or talking to Kay Burley outside the Lindo wing. It's not quite that. We need a break. I just realised it's a 65 limit here. There we go. Super stuff. You know how the royals have different titles and names up here? D-side is one place where that is in place. Oh, right. I don't know much about that, actually. That's interesting. Ooh. Too loud. So loud. Yeah, I didn't know that. Fair play. How are you, Telenemail? I'm alright. I'm choosing not to address the huge elephant in the room in this stream. Just don't feel like it, you know? So, we're just gonna do what we've always done here at twitch.tv/BapyCal, formerly twitch.tv/Swisney, formerly, sorry, twitch.tv/Swisney, formerly twitch.tv/Swisneyland, and then there's actually a couple before that as well, but that was on a different account. And we're just going to ignore everything that's going on around us, and we're just going to muck about with some trains and have a good time. We need a fucking break.
We'll soon arrive at Kirkcaldy.
Kirkcaldy. Ah, you're right.
Don't forget to take your belongings.
As if you were going to be wrong.
before
Oh
you
shit,
leave
we have
the
gone
train.
we are way too fast for this. I didn't realise it was here. That's probably the worst stop I've ever done in Train Sim. But never mind. They can all walk down the platform. It's alright. They've got a minute and a half. A lot of running. Yeah, thankfully. I think there's longer trains that go down here. So, yeah. How are you doing, Chappers? Instead of Prince of Wales, it's like Count of some Scottish place. Oh, right. I didn't know that. Sorry, I'm stretching. I'm not just doing this for a laugh. Lovely places. So I think further down, I think you might be able to see it a little bit here actually. If we can, you can see it just there. I can't remember the name of the stadium, but I did Google it when I went down here the other day. But I believe it's home of Wraith Rovers. We'll get a really good view of it. It goes right past the stadium, look. There you go. Oh, I didn't sleep too well, like reasons, but yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I did not sleep well either, actually. But it's what it is. We persevere, we move on. We lock the doors. Hopefully the traction lock will turn off and I shouldn't have to like reset everything because I did the emergency brake. It should just go, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yes, it will. Perfect. Look at that. There's no elephant. Don't know what you mean. Yeah. Well, that's the spirit there. Don't know what an elephant is. I just know there's a leopard in the room. Now that's what I call droll. That is droll. That's really droll. Hi Gundy, how's it going? Yeah, I'm wearing my blue light glasses today because I realised that I was all morning I was staring at the computer like, and I was like, why am I doing that? So I thought I'll put my blue light glasses on, which I don't do often, but yeah. They've had it rendered out. Yeah, it's good. I don't think they've got the inside of Is it Hampden? Is Hampden the big stadium in Edinburgh? I don't think they've got the inside of that rendered out, which is a shame. They've got the outside of it rendered out. We'll go past that probably in like 45 minutes, something like that. Here you go. Nice that, isn't it? How's the stream looking, by the way? I mucked about with a few settings from last time because I had some settings on by accident last time. I didn't have Twitch VOD track turned on last time, so the VOD has all the Miles Davis in, which is fine, I guess. Unless you're in Russia, which means you can't watch the video. It's banned in Russia. They've got bigger problems to worry about. And also I had this thing called multi enhanced broadcasting or something like that, which was basically, instead of it coming out at like 1080, it was coming out at 1080 and 720 and 480 and 360 and stuff. So the bitrate that I had last time was being used for like 5 streams at the same time. I've turned that off now. If you can't watch this in 1080, get a grip. Get a hold of yourself. Or just watch the VOD. It should actually, depending on the time of day, it might actually let you watch this on a low resolution. It sort of depends on the time of day, doesn't it? Sorry, I need to scroll up. Oh shit, we're going way too fast. Whoa, we're going way too fast. I'm not paying attention here. Hi Knight, welcome in. How's it going? Sorry, I'm really having to be quick on the chat here because
We'll soon arrive at
stressing me out.
Kinghorn.
Kinghorn.
Don't forget to take your belongings with you
Then
before
there've
you
been very
leave the
brief
train.
periods where they put on a show at that stadium. They let a mad Italian agent take over, signed Ravanelli and a few others. That's great. That's great. I love that. Are they in the Scottish Championship? Am I right in saying that? Let's break. Shall we? How about that? Are they in the SPL now, though? Or was that at the time? Sorry. Here's what it is. I thought, just Push start, push break, look at stadiums and houses. Pretty much. That is the stream. There you go, that's much better, isn't it? That's much better. Really well. So we can sit here for 2 minutes now. I can catch up on the chat. There's quite a few stops on this route, thankfully, so there's a lot of time for me to catch up and stuff. In Murrayfield, that's the rugby one, isn't it? Is Hampton in Edinburgh? Or is it Glasgow? I don't fucking know. I've never been. I would like to go. I was planning on going to somewhere in Scotland this year. Never materialised. Is what it is. Look at this, by the way. If you can see this. What a lovely view. There's a bit where the track goes right by the ocean. It's gorgeous, especially at this time of day with the clouds and stuff. I think I've done a bang-up job with the amount of clouds. It's looking really good, isn't it? Stream look great. Thank you. Very good stuff. If the levels are all weird, if you can't hear something, not well, do let me know. I'm juggling it at the moment. It's a little bit all over the place. Hampton's Glasgow, I see. Yeah, I'll be Murrayfield then. Where was that option? I think it's just in the general settings of OBS. It was just on by default. I didn't want it to be on. So, but it means it means it was using my bitrate for like 5. So it was already blocky at times. This should be a lot nicer today. Should be a lot nicer. And also the VOD track should work, so this video shouldn't get blocked or, I was going to say demonetized, but it's not monetized in the first place. So, alright, 16-11, let's look at the old doors. Traditionally Dundee United are the better team results-wise. Dundee always try to play football, which can't always be said for United. They're the two teams with the stadiums are like right next to each other, aren't they? Like literally just down the road, and it's a very small road. Did you get done by the Miles Davis estate? I did, quite severely. They gave me a good old rollicking. No, it's demonetized, obviously, and it's also banned in Russia. So the video's blocked in Russia, which is what it is. Now I was looking into this because this is quite interesting. Because there's a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit here. It's called the Kinghorn Tunnel. This, and I looked into it, and it's because when they built this tunnel, they did it like they did the Channel Tunnel, where they went in from both sides. So one group came in from the south, and one group came in from the north. But what happened is, they weren't aligned, so they were coming in like that. Which means they had to do like a curve in the middle of the tunnel, which means there's a really strange little speed limit in there. Little train fact for you there. Don't say I don't educate you. United own Dundee Stadium and intentionally flood it on a regular basis. Just for a laugh. Just for a laugh. Here, check out this this view. This is probably, in terms of all the routes I've done in Train Sim World so far, this is the most scenic. Isn't that gorgeous? Hear a dog barking. Is that in the song or in the game? Hi, mate. Just reduce the speed a little bit here. So we're stopping at Burnt Island next, which I believe is pronounced Burnt Island. My first guess at this was Burntisland. Which I don't think that is it, but we'll hear the lovely Scottish lady say it in a second anyway. Then e-girls can tell us that it's wrong. Boner's Land, very droll. Leopard, very good. Good stuff. Okay, I need to pay attention when we go into stops, because the first one I fucked up pretty bad.
We'll soon arrive at Burnt Island.
Burnt Island. There you go.
Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train.
We can just go slow down here. It's fine. Little practice pitch there. Lovely stuff. Big car park. Isn't that nice? Midge's Scottish, isn't he? I've not just made that up. There were some songs that I was going to include on this playlist because for some reason I had it in my mind that like the particular person who performs the song was Scottish. They just weren't. I think I think Bill Oddie was one. Don't know why. Thought Bill Oddie was Scottish. He's not Scottish. Isn't that strange? Look, I'm going to do this entire exit from the station without being in first person. Sounds like she's just had some awful news. The true Scottish way. Very good, Leopard. Right, lock the doors. Anyone who's not getting on it now, you've missed out, you pricks. Let the brakes. Lovely stuff. Thought Scissor Sisters was Scottish. I thought Scissor Sisters were... I saw a thing about the Scissor Sisters reforming. It genuinely blew my mind that the Scissor Sisters aren't two women. That's what blew my mind. I genuinely thought that Scissor Sisters were two women. And then I realised, do you know who I was mixing them up with? This is a throwback. I was mixing up Scissor Sisters. Don't ask me how. I was mixing up the Scissor Sisters with the Cheeky Girls. Remember the Cheeky Girls? If you're not from the UK, that might not mean anything to you. But I don't know how I made that mistake. It's a pretty bad one. What have you? Ooh. Hi Joel, welcome in. How's it going? Yeah, it was a pretty bad one. A pretty big mistake. Yeah. Station looks like Mullingar in Ireland. I mean, they're very similar, Scotland and Ireland, in a sense. This looks like it could be an island, you know. Oh, isn't this gorgeous? Isn't this just so lovely? Someone told me they used to be hairdressers and I believed them. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? They did have a girl in them once, I think. Scissor Sisters. Yes, they did. They did, and she's not there for the reunion. But yeah, I genuinely thought it was Scissor Sisters were two women. No idea why I thought that. We'll just coast for this. This means fuck all to me. A lot of good songs called Vienna. You got Ultravox, Billy Joel. That's it, really. But I mean, 2's pretty good. There's probably another one. They got bangers, yeah. They got some good songs, Scissor Sisters. Not Scottish though.
We'll soon arrive at Aberdour.
Aberdour.
Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train.
Take your belongings with you. You pricks. We're well on schedule with this, by the way. If you're going to come up here for a holiday, the best thing to do is Sky. Thanks for the advice. Anyone ever heard this song before? God. Right. Honestly, I'm going to look this up because I need to show you something about this song. And this is how I found out about this song. It was someone on Reddit, of course it was, who had a story about this song. Here you go. Oh, it's been deleted. Anyway, someone just read that. It's been deleted, but I'm sure you can probably find like an archived copy of that post somewhere. But the song that they're talking about is this song. So just picture that for a moment. Ooh, not emergency, thank you. Off we go. It's a pretty terrible song, isn't it? However, this guy also did... You can't hear me, can you? This guy also did the theme song for Watch Dogs 2, which I really like. Probably should have picked that, but it's not as funny, so... I'm just going to skip this, actually. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I love these, like, cuttings through the rocks. I think it looks great. Oh, crap. There's no lights. I love that it does that. Found an image is nice. Yeah, it's one hell of a story. So stupid. Why would you even make that song? That's what I don't get. It doesn't make any sense. Just far funny. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I got rid of it. I skipped it. It is funny, but even though it's like only 2 minutes long, it does drag on. It does drag on a little bit. Do you know Franz Ferdinand? I think they're still going, you know. Did anyone know that? That's gorgeous, that, isn't it? See the results last night? I did. Some real good results in that. Celtic pulled a real rabbit from a hat, didn't they? 3-1. I saw the highlights for that as well. That Nicholas Kuhn is one hell of a player. Like, he's seriously good. Yeah, let's keep accelerating. And City battered, yeah, always good. And Liverpool beat Leverkusen with 4-0. It was not a 4-0 game. Not at all. I tell you what though, speaking of Celtic as well, Leverkusen's best player, maybe Wirtz, but for me, Frimpong, Jeremy Frimpong, what a player. You're right, mate. What a player, Jeremy Frimpong. He did actually score, and he got ruled out for a handball that was a little bit. Yeah, great player.
We'll soon arrive at...
Get your eyes off him. 75 million at least. Yeah, he's
Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave
what a
the
player.
train.
What a goal that first one. Off the post. It did not look like it was going in at all. But obviously it did. I did tune in for the final 4 minutes of it. I think like stoppage time, when there was a disallowed goal for offside, which was a shame. But yeah, I might miss this one. I might. No, I'm not. We're good. We're good. I've got half a minute as well. Let me just park in here and I'll catch up on chat for a minute. Super duper stuff. Is the music... is everything too loud? Am I too quiet? Do you let me know? I'm always a bit conscious about it. The mixing for the last stream was great, by the way. Really good. So I'm not crediting myself there. That was me asking other people how it was. It was really good. Had a good pop in there when that Cyberpunk show hit. And used this fire as the theme. What a farting on City got? Yeah. It's good, isn't it? Pricks. Ooh. Deserve that. It's a good duck. Oh, you mean that? Oh, sounds good. Comma duck. Sorry, I read that as like the ducking on the music's good because there is a bit of ducking on the music. But yeah, your opinions are too loud. I know. There's not a lot I can do about that, unfortunately. Unless I just have like a bleep sound of it. That'd be good, wouldn't it? We still have a third of Frimpong's contract value. Should be good for 20-ish million. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's more than a £60 million player, I think. He's only young as well. He's early 20s. You know, if Trent leaves Liverpool, which he probably will at this point. You know, maybe. Remember Ubue? Yeah. What a player. I had a lot of match attacks of him. Like, you know, the card game thing. I had a lot of them. No sparkling safety we had there, but it was hoisted forwards. Do you know what cliche... I say cliche, it's like a Peter Drury thing that he said. I think he says it in Pez. But he uses the word sumptuous a lot. Like, that was a sumptuous finish. In the Liverpool game yesterday, John Champion said sumptuous twice for 2 of the goals.
We'll soon arrive.
There were 2 sumptuous goals. Oh my god, we're way over the limit here.
Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train.
My fault. No, it's alright, chap. It's me being daft. It's me hearing what I want to hear, you know. Love this new format. We in Zagreb got properly battered, but both sitting pretty after 4 games. Yeah, I was a bit funny about the format when I first heard about it. I quite like it. Every game, it's not like, you know, sometimes when you play the same team twice, and you sort of, you know, you go away and it's like some small Danish team, and it ends up, you know, a team wins like 4-0, and you just go, well, you know they're going to win in the home game, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. We're a little bit late here. But this one's a little bit more like, you know, in sort of like the World Cup sort of sense, or like the Euros, where like every group stage game matters a bit more. It's really good. I'm a big fan of it. So this is... I don't even know where this is. Oh, hang on, let's have a look. It's in Keithing. If anyone's ever been there. Turns out I've been niled again. Twitter Iberia account was fake. Oh yeah, probably, yeah. Makes sense. Wasn't he the one that went on about spaghetti? Or was that someone else? Who was the one who was going on like, I had spaghetti, it was very good, I enjoyed it. Who was that? Oh crap, I'm just sat here, I'm meant to be going. Still not convinced, I kind of like it. Yeah, I'm warming to it. I'm warming to it. The old group phase worked at first, but it becomes stale. Yeah, it was just. I think after all, I think when you've got the group stage like it was, it was kind of predictable in a sense. It is stuttering a bit, isn't it? No, I apologise for that. I don't quite know why that's happening. It's better now. Is it because we're getting into Edinburgh and it's just going to be a bit... It's just not going to like it. Kirk Van Houten. Sorry. Like the home and away thing meant players could come to the second match pre-pissed off. Yeah, that's true, but save that for the knockouts, you know what I mean? They've still got that in the knockouts. We are lagging a little bit here. Should I... It should be fine. Oh, it's getting a bit better now. Look at what the cloud's doing. Something's not right. I'm just gonna... Is my PC starting to actually do a little bit of work? I think it is. I think it's doing a bit of work and it doesn't like it. Not a lot I can do about that. I don't think. I could just turn the game settings down a little bit. It isn't like literally everything's like ultra. We'll turn down the screen percentage a bit, like we did last time. That seemed to fit. No idea what's going on with that. Let's just pretend that's thunder, okay? Could be a poorly optimized part of the game. I have done this route already though, and it was fine. So, I don't know. Weird. Absolutely no one predicted Bayern sitting on 3 points after 3 games. Yeah. It's a strange one, isn't it? I wouldn't have predicted Celtic being on 7 points. I mean, no offence, but do you know what I mean? Especially with the games that they've had. I wouldn't have expected Leipzig to be on 0 points either, in all fairness, so... You know. Big Bear, welcome in. Aliens. How's it going? I think it's... It is still doing it a bit, but... Should we turn the cab lights on so I can actually fucking see? Where's the cab lights? I don't know where the cab lights are. So we're not stopping at this next station, wherever that is. There's a horrible irony that I can't see where the cab light switch is. It's really not liking it, is it? It's like every second it's stopping. Why is that? Let me close Discord. Drop frames, 1,439. That's kind of bad, isn't it? That's a stinker. It should be alright. We can always just turn this down to 100% and just see if it... I don't think my PC's doing anything though. It's definitely the game's problem. Which is such a shame as well, because look, we're about to go over the fucking 4th rail bridge, which is like the best bit. 7 points is dreamland for us. On another night, Atalanta could have taken 5 of us without breaking a sweat. Yeah, that was a really good point. That was a really good point Celtic got. I know they're not quite as good as they were last season, but considering, I think they drew against Arsenal, didn't they? Won the Europa League last season. Check this out. Isn't this gorgeous? Is this Gordon 8 bridge? Sorry? Is this a rickety pickety Mormis matchstick bridge? Yeah, it is. This is a rickety pickety Mormis matchstick. So loud. You're so unnecessarily loud. I might have to get the door in a second. I'm just going to go like that. If the doorbell rings, I'm going to have to pause the game and be back in a moment. It seems that everyone's picked today to have classes and stuff arrive. Look at that, 4th row bridge over there as well. Right, back in a second, sorry. Sorry about that, folks. There we go. Look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? I got a letter, everyone. It's from the People's Postcode Lottery. I think I've won. I don't know why it's directly addressed to me. Not sure where they've found my information, but Mum, I can't port it, it's online. It's always being painted, yeah. Is it actually always being painted? Because I know there's that sort of... I know down here there's that sort of phrase about painting the 4th row bridge or whatever. Or yeah, it's the 4th row bridge, isn't it, that they say? Is it? But I don't know, is it actually being painted all the time? Yeah, it is, alright. I thought it was just sort of more of a figure of speech kind of thing. Ever see that guy who bought a painting of this bridge to hang in his front room, but he was in a house directly in front of it at his front window? I love that. That's great. Why not? Why not, I guess. Chair building stream. I watched a bit of... I don't know why. I was just watching a bit of the chair building stream that we did a few years ago on YouTube. Oh, fucking... I hated that. I really did not like building that chair. Have I won? Derek, we're off the Benny now. Is your door on the drawer? Don't know. I'm gonna find out, aren't I? If I can fucking open this. Hello. I just imagine someone driving the train and reading one of these. How does the People's Postcode Lottery work? I don't care. Why have you directly... Why is it directly atted me? Not atted. What the fuck am I talking about? Why have they sent it to me? I've been online too much. I don't know why I just said that. It's specifically addressed to me. Don't know. Chair with the I'm stuck in the background. Very funny. Oh, on the pause menu. I did notice that they had that feature. It's pretty good actually, isn't it? It's like an 8-person teamwork year round. Ah, didn't know that. Is it the road bridge or the rail bridge? Would that not add weight over time? I imagine it's some of it like flakes off and stuff, but I also imagine it's largely like negligible. Probably doesn't matter that much. Ignore that big bit in the sky freaking out. Oh my god. That's really bad, isn't it? I'm gonna have to do that for a bit. That's not good. A black mark on their record. The noise. Gonna have to report you to the authorities here. Train driver reading postcode letter. That's fine. As long as I'm not on my phone, it's fine. You know? I guess. So are we stopping in a mile? Okay, we are stopping in a mile. We need a break. Oof. Where are we stopping? Edinburgh Gateway. So I think this is where we go past Murrayfield, or somewhere close to Murrayfield. I believe. So after this, troops, we're going to get to Edinburgh. We're going to hop off the train, and we're going to go on another route. We're going to go from Edinburgh.
We'll soon arrive at Edinburgh Gateway.
We're going to go from Edinburgh.
Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train.
We're going to go from Edinburgh to... Crap, we need a break. I wasn't paying attention. Emergency! That's 2 on this route that I've really messed up. Not the end of the world. It's a good song, isn't it? Nice. It's a great little song. Alright, let's unlock that. We're going to go from Edinburgh to Glasgow Queen Street. I think it's in a class 385, if anyone cares about that. And do you remember this song from Windows XP? Anyway, yeah, Edinburgh to Glasgow Queen Street. I can't remember where it stops. I think it might stop at Falkirk. From the fake capital to the real one. Yeah, yeah. I figured we go. You know, yeah. We had to sort of wade through Edinburgh a little bit, but we'll get to the good stuff eventually, you know. My experience of the Edinburgh to Glasgow route is that the route out of Edinburgh is a little bit laggy. Might have just been bad luck though. We'll see. From the world of suits. He had some great suits, didn't he? Remember that big pink fuzzy one? Alright, let's lock this. Perfect. Get the power on full pelt already, and let's barrel down here. Where's the next stop? South Gyle. So we have skipped a couple of stops. I think the time I did this last time probably wasn't the same service, but there was a couple of stops that we have skipped. I think there's the one before the 4th rail bridge that we stopped at, or that I stopped at last time I did this. We didn't stop it this time, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. Just means it's probably a bit quicker. I'm really disappointed by... It looks so bad, doesn't it? And everything's on at the highest settings. You know, that's really disappointing. Maybe it's because it's like a sunset kind of thing and it's turning into night and it just can't handle it particularly well. I don't know. But I think the next one I'm doing is a 7:59 service. So
South Gyle. Don't forget to take your belongings with you.
It'll be sunrise, so it should only get better. If my logic is there. This train takes a while to break, doesn't it? That's really bad. I'm very disappointed in that. I'm not happy at all. So, huge news. See, huge news. A few things, actually. First of all, Planet Coaster 2 comes out today. Anyone heard anything about it, review-wise? I have. And all I'm going to say is it might have been a good idea for me to not buy it immediately, which I didn't. So I might have actually done something good there. I've heard some things that here's what I've heard. The reviews, if you look on IGN or whatever, the reviews are good. However, there's a lot of features in it that are stripped back from the previous game. Such as the fact that there is no nighttime, which is a pretty big thing to get rid of. Because it makes putting lights in your park completely pointless. And also the fact that there's a limit of 6,000 guests in your park at a time. Like, you cannot go higher than that. And also the fact that the park size is smaller than it has been in previous games. That is a bit sad. It's apparently because they want it all to work better on console. Which really winds me up, because it's just like, I hate that you have to make the PC version worse just so it's as bad as the version on another. Probably should put night running on, shouldn't I? Yeah, I don't like that as a policy. They're not they're just making it better for console, but they're trying to make it equal to console. I could be wrong. This is just what I've heard. I've been on the forums. I've been all over the forums. This is what I've heard. Maybe they'll fix that when it comes out, but like, when you Google Planet Coaster 2 review, and one of the first things that comes up is someone on the forums going, they really need to delay the release of this game. Oof. I don't know. I never pre-order games anymore as a rule. I just don't. It's not worth it. So yeah. A little bit. If that is the case, and it is actually like a bit crap like that, and they've actually, in some senses, made it worse than the previous two games. Yeah. Parkitect holds its value at 20 quid for a reason. Yeah, I think I've got Parkitect. I might have to give that a go. As like a, I have actually requested a key for Planet Coaster 2, and I will probably find out later today if I've got one. I don't think I'll get one, even though I'm in that Frontier Influencer program that you told me about, e-girls. Which I don't actually know why it exists, if I'm being honest, because if you want to request a key from them and you're part of that program, you just have to do it on Keymailer. So I don't know why they don't just do it through Keymailer. I don't quite understand it, but I might be missing something, you know. But yeah, we know these games take some time to cook. I know Planet Zoo was a mess when it came out. Here's Murrayfield on the left, look. Let's brake a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. I'm. We'll have to see. It doesn't come out until like tonight, even though the release date is today. It doesn't come out until tonight, so I guess we'll find out a bit more. I don't know. Artificially holding back Konami style. Yeah, I really don't like the way that games are going, where they do that sort of thing. You know, credit to Dovetail, because they also released this on console, and there's some things in this that consoles can't handle well, and all they do is they just limit them on consoles, which I believe is the way you should do it. You know,
You'll soon arrive at.
I feel like that's the fairest way of doing it.
Don't forget to take your belongings with you.
Just saying this. Are you ready to create
a
a splash? Planet Coaster 2 is now out on PC and console. #ad. Yeah. I saw the review for Planet Coaster 2 on IGN, and it only really had good things to say. And then I went on the forums, and I get forums can be a little bit doom and gloom at the best of times, but there was two very different pictures that were being painted. I'm more inclined to believe the forums, personally. Jesus. So yeah, we'll see. It's a big we'll see. If I get a key for it, then we will give it a go. Probably in a couple of weeks' time. I've got like a whole week where I'm gonna do some streams, and we might just free up the whole week for that. And they might have like fixed some stuff by then. But yeah, we'll have to see. If not, then I'll just talk shit about it. No, I won't. Do they not give out keys? Well, so they do give out keys, but they just give them out in Keymailer, if that makes sense. So you could just bypass the influencer program and just have a Keymailer account and then request it through Keymailer, and you'd get the same outcome, if that makes sense. I think the only thing that the influencer program gives you is like key art, so like, you know, like full-size game logos and stuff for thumbnails and that kind of thing, like press kits. Yeah, it's a strange one. I think for Planet Zoo they also gave you the opportunity to download like certain MP3s of songs to use in, like, you know, for like background music for the Planet. If you're doing like a Planet Zoo video or something like that, you want some background music. I think you can like download some background music off their website, but it's just the Planet Zoo soundtrack, which is in the game already. If that makes it, it's strange. It's a funny one. I have used the influencer program, but like I said, there's nothing that I've got out of it that I couldn't get out of just having a Keymailer account. But I also, having said that, I also joined it like 2 months before I stopped streaming, so you know, maybe I'm not the best person to be judging that sort of thing. Weird. To have a Pathing Appreciation Week where you finally go back to that. Yeah. Is it worth the pet? I want to know. The best bit about Planet Coaster and stuff is when it turned into nighttime and you saw the fireworks going up that said "in the mud" and all that sort of thing. If they've got rid of that, then yeah, I don't know. We'll see. A lot of the legit creator program seems to be pointless for anyone with under a bazillion viewers. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. Like, there's nothing that you'd get out of it that you wouldn't get out of just signing up to Keymailer. Unless you want like the press kit, but you can just Google the press kit and get it anyway. So it's a weird one. I might be missing something with it. I don't know. Right, final stop, Edinburgh Waverley in 3 minutes. Plus that game needed like 6 to 8 hour a day streams. Yeah. Well, that's just because it's one of those games that you can sink your whole day into, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Don't know the full details, but I know things never ended well for Riot Bananas at Frontier. I know nothing about that. I couldn't possibly comment. Be very unprofessional for me to comment, especially under a branded stream like this. Branded. Does it say at the top left? Does it say anything at the top left about like it being branded content or something? Because it should do. Wasn't there long? Don't think it says anything. It should do. Weird. It should say paid promotion or branded content or something, because it is. A bit odd that it doesn't. Never mind. I had a look on the Advertising Standards Authority website, because there's a whole like flowchart of like for specifically like streamers and stuff. Like if you've received the game for free, even if you don't even if you're not obligated to produce content for it, you still have to call it like an ad
We'll soon
or
arrive
paid
at
content or branded content or whatever.
Edinburgh Waverley. Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train.
And I looked, and they've got like a published like shit list on their website, which I just find hilarious, of like people who they've like got in contact with to be like, hey, you're not advertising these things properly, can you fix it? And they've just ignored them. So I think like, what's her name's like Jacqueline Josser, who was in EastEnders for a while. I think she's on the shit list. And there's a couple of others. I think one's from like Geordie Shore. It's quite funny. But the thing about the Advertising Standards Authority is it's a self-regulatory body. And if you don't know what that means, what it effectively translates to is it's basically pointless. Yeah, like this is that's for like Instagram ads and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a specific section in it where it's like, if you're like a brand ambassador, which I am for Dovetail Games, in by the way, Edinburgh Waverley, doesn't it look lovely? Oh, that's not good. What have I done? How do I... Sorry everyone, I'm just in a... That's exactly it, Eagles. It's that sort of thing. I'm actually stuck. So... I can't lock the doors because I'm not in my seat. If I... Well, that was Edinburgh Waverley, everyone. Fuck's sake, it was so close. So close to being perfect. Yeah, it's where those soap stars and reality TV types selling perfume and makeup without saying. Exactly. And if they do that and they get told off by the ASA and they don't, like, fix it, then they get put on, like, a little shit list, which I think is quite funny. So, we're going to do Class 385. We're going the 4 car, why not? And it's the 759. Edinburgh to Glasgow Queen Street. Again, we're going to go on custom weather, get some clouds in there. A little bit of wind as well. An accurate representation of Edinburgh. Yeah, I'm that's so silly. They must have known that when you get out of the seat that's going to happen. But whatever. Right, we've got to wait for a moment, so let's give me a chance to set up safety systems. Master key on. Oh, this... Where's the reverser for this train? Is there one? Unlock the doors. Let's do that. That's really loud, isn't it? That's just... I think we might have to turn this scenario. I don't know why some scenarios are loud and some aren't. I really don't understand that. You just give me a moment, folks, while I figure out the controls for this. Cab lights, let's turn those on. Put the pantograph up. Probably don't need to do that, but never mind. A wiping switch. This is Edinburgh Waverley, everyone. Look at that. What's that building? Oh, look there. What's that one? This is really loud. Is that really loud? That's so loud, isn't it? Why is this one so loud compared to the other one? That's the school Waverley place. That's troll effort. Very good. We're not moving. And the reason we're not moving is because the reverser isn't. Oh, it's the DBS. It's not called a reverse or whatever in this. Here we go. We'll have to look at what the stops are for this in a second as well. I haven't had a look. Only a small thing to see through this time, and we can actually do that as well if you wanted to. Just blindly run it. Could be a laugh. That's the place where we jail the English tourists. Love that. It's a nice little train, isn't it? Oh. Lovely stuff. So what we will do is we'll look on the map. So going out here. So we're going to stop at Haymarket again, which we stopped at last time. And then I believe possibly Edinburgh Park. Is there a way I can actually see what the stops are? Haymarket, Edinburgh Park. Can I click on this and it shows me? Overview map. Oh, here we go. Edinburgh Park, Linlithgow, Polmont, Falkirk High, Croy, Lenzie, Bishop Briggs, and then probably Glasgow Queen Street. Probably don't stop at the depot for obvious reasons. I don't know if we stop at all those stops, but we'll be stopping at most of them, I imagine. I don't think this train has an announcer that says what the next stop is, so it won't say, it won't say Linlithgow, and then I'll know I've pronounced it wrong or whatever. Can we go a bit faster, please? Why is the speed limit here 20 miles an hour? Can we? Here we go. Bit spooky, this, isn't it? So this is like an early morning one. It's 8 AM. Lovely little commuter route. Perfect there, except Linlithgow, where the W is silent. So it's just like go, not gow. That makes sense. Oh, it's a lovely train to do a stretch on this as well. Oh, we're stopping in a second. Haymarket. Now, because this is a different train as well, I think this one brakes quicker. Yeah, it definitely does. It seems a bit more forgiving on the old timetable as well. We've got a whole minute to get into this station, so I think we'll do it somehow. It's not been that laggy either, has it? It's been alright. Oh, that's perfect. And now we can actually press these buttons because they work now. Lovely. All those people that got on at Edinburgh and got off at Haymarket, they could have walked that. Could they have walked that? Is it that close? I was looking at I might do it on stream at some point, the Manchester commuter line, which goes from Manchester to Glossop, or Glossop to Manchester. And there's some stations where you're just like, you could just walk this. This is a mad busy place, IRL. Haymarket. I can imagine. So why it's dead at 8 AM on a weekday in this, I don't know. If I had a criticism of these games, sometimes it would be that they don't quite seem to get the hustle and bustle of some places right. Like some stations like this will just be empty, or comparatively empty, and then some will just be packed. And I think it's to do with I don't know if they just do the same. I'm going to turn the settings back up because I think we might be okay. I don't know if they do the same amount of people for every station, or if it's different for every station. I'm not sure. But yeah, this does look like it'd be rammed, or with the really long platforms and stuff. But yeah, weird. Some Lovely buildings and stuff though. So if anyone knows this route, you'll have to let me know if they've done a good job with the scenery and stuff, because I think generally speaking they do a really good job. Sometimes it's a bit of a copy-paste job, but I think they're bits that you're generally not meant to see while you're driving a train. Especially in the older games, where there's like... does it go down to 25 here? Oh, hang on. Oh, is it, we're swapping lines? Yeah, okay, fair enough. So I know there's a route that's got Leeds in it. It is set in like 1986, but it is Leeds. And by and large, they've got it really, really good, really correct. But like, you go a certain distance away from the station in a direction that you're not meant to normally go, and they've just copy pasted buildings. Right, we can just barrel it down here now. And there are a couple of other Scottish routes in this that I don't know if I've done them on stream. There's the Cathcart line, which I think is Glasgow. Which I've done. I think I've done that on stream. It's like Train Sim World 2 though. And there's also... Is this loud, by the way? I'm just looking at OBS, it looks kind of loud. Could this be turned down a bit? Do you let me know? There's another one, I think. I think it's the Glasgow Underground they've got in this. Is it Glasgow? I might have mixed it with... It might be Birmingham, I'm not sure. Can't remember. Next up is Falkirk High. 21 miles. So, a bit of time to go. One thing about this train, I don't know why this is the case, but for some reason, normally space is for the low horn and N is for the high horn, but for some reason for this train it's the other way around. So that's N, which should be the high one, and that's space, which should be the low one. I don't know, there must be a reason for that. The old historic central bit of Edinburgh is genuinely bonkers when it comes to doing permits for new building work of any kind. Crooked pavements that are unsafe are down as listed buildings. Yeah. There's quite a bit of Bradford that's like that. Not maybe to that extent, but there's some bits where like... Look at that fucking... Get away from the yellow lines, you fucking idiots. There's bits of Bradford where, like, you just sort of think this is crap, but it's listed, so you can't really do anything with it. It is what it is, I suppose. What it is being a bit silly, but. Can't wait to have a look at Planet Coaster 2 actually. Should be good. Well, after I've said all that, but you know, like hypothetically, once they've fixed it and stuff, if it needs fixing, if I can believe the people on the forums, then it could be good. Also, for those who missed it, I finally got down to editing down the Pokemon Vietnamese Heart Gold ow, stream that I did like 3 or 4 months ago. Finally got down to editing them down into like half-hour-ish, 20 to 30 minute-ish segments. I'm going to be going on YouTube every Sunday at noon. I'm probably going to premiere them as well. And they should be enough. There's probably going to be like 10. There's probably going to be at least 10 episodes of it, unless I think I'm just over halfway through doing them, and there's 5, so maybe 10, maybe 9 in total. Just starting this Sunday, they'll be on YouTube. And also in the middle of each of them, there is a brand new Who's That Pokemon feature, which I sort of trialled in the streams of them, if you remember that. I think it was 2 that I did on stream. There's those 2, and then there's also going to be ones for every other episode. So, yeah, look out for those, because that's going to be, you know, a real barnstormer. I guess. I don't know. This is lovely, by the way. Hi, Nerdmo. How's it going? We've just left your glorious hometown. Look at this. What a view. What a view that is. We just left Nerdmo's glorious hometown of Edinburgh. We're going to Glasgow, Nerdmo. We've just been down from... Crap, we're way over the limit. Suffolk on the east coast. I know. We went down from, is it Markinch? Is it Markinch? Is that what it's called? To Edinburgh. Down the fourth rail bridge, all that sort of thing. Oh, African ScotRail is a surprising managed to find a train. Now that is droll. Very good. I've been insisting that it's a great place. I'd like to go. I'd like to do this train line in real life. Maybe not this one. But the one we did before, though, was gorgeous. I'd love to just go on a little, you know, one that stops at like every stop. Probably do the whole way from Edinburgh to Dundee. It was really nice, very picturesque at times. Yeah, it's a long train, isn't it? It's a long train. So I think the next 2 routes that come out for this, I think I talked about this last time, but the next 2 routes that come out for this are the MBTA Boston commuter route, which is Boston to Providence, I believe. That comes out on the 12th. I probably won't stream it. I might stream it on the 12th. There might be an embargo that gets lifted the day before, but I'm not free the day before, so it's not going to happen. So probably the 12th. And then there's the West Coast Main Line Preston to Carlisle, which I believe is the longest route they've ever made in a Train Sim World game. I think, if I remember that correctly. Preston to Carlisle, and that comes out, I want to say the 19th, I could be wrong. This is so loud, isn't it? I'm just going to turn this down even further. For my sake, if nothing else. East Coast for trains, West Coast for driving. That's my expert opinion on the matter. Thank you. Your expert opinion is valued here, especially since you are Scottish. We now have two Scottish experts in the chat. Can you believe it? any questions I may have can be answered. And you could say anything and I'll believe you. So, take advantage of that, I guess. It's lovely, isn't it? It's gorgeous. I love those little cuttings like that through the rocks. It's nice. I need to look at when the West Coast Main Line thing comes out, because I shouldn't be giving out dodgy information. I should be better than that. Not trains in President Carlisle. November the 21st it comes out, which is a Tuesday, possibly. Might be. Look at this. We can probably try and follow this actually. Oh, maybe we see if we can go ahead of it and then do like see if we can stand on top of a bridge and watch it go past like we're a little real life train spotter. Possibly. Your expertise is appreciated because of Scottish is a phrase no English person has ever said. I'm here to break some boundaries, Nerdmo. You know. Where's the nearest bridge? Come on. This'll be worth it, trust me. Wow. This is a bit dodgy because I'm sort of... There you go. Hey, there's another train coming. Wait, let's stand at this station then. So I'll stand at this station, it'll go, stand well away from the edge at platform 1. You know, when it does that, we'll be able to see it coming down here. Look at that. Dunfermline. That's not us, that's a different train. You ever been to Falkirk before, Nerdmo? Falkirk High. Mr. Cal, tear down that wall, Hadrian. For fuck's sake. Falkirk have got the wheel. I had the pleasure of Falkirk before. Is it like a Ferris wheel? Like the London Eye, but it's Falkirk. We can properly barrel down here. This is pretty high speed. For Scotland, at least, for the UK, it's pretty high speed. Big wet Ferris wheel. It's just absolutely dripping wet. That's what everyone who goes there has to say about it. Just a big dripping wet Ferris wheel. It's a Ferris wheel for woodland animals only. What does that mean? What does that mean? What station's coming up that we're not stopping at? Oh, Franz Ferdinand again, is it? Fair enough. Woodland animals. What station is this? It's Polmont. I'm not stopping there. Am I pronouncing that right? Polmont? It's a wacky canal wheel thing. Oh! I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I didn't know that was in Falkirk. I know what you mean though. The big like boat thing where it like swings round and no, that's good. I like that sort of thing. There's a bit in I think I found out about that because in Fallout 76, get away from the track edge. You put, look at these people in front of the yellow line. You fucking idiots. In Fallout 76, there's a thing called the monorail elevator, and I think it's inspired by the Falkirk thing. It's a very similar kind of thing, but it's for a monorail. So there's a monorail that's really high up, and there's one that's really low down. And then at the end of this cliff, basically, there's this big monorail elevator, and what happens is they go on the top, and then the big wheel sort of like swings around and puts them on the bottom, and they carry on. It doesn't work because it's been Fallout and it's broken, but not the game's broken. The game is broken, but because you know, nuclear war and all that sort of thing, it doesn't work anymore. Really good though, if anyone plays Fallout 76. That's a fantastic source for lead and concrete, because if you go onto one of the monorail trains at the very top, there is a huge load of weights which you can get lead from, and bags of concrete which you can get concrete from. Really good source for them. That's my tip of the day for anyone playing Train Sim World. Log off, play some Fallout 76, and go to the monorail elevator and get some concrete, get some lead, get that lead. A canal is just a wet monorail. In a sense, it's not on tracks though. Ooh, what need to do there? It's not on tracks. So not sure about that. I see where you're coming from, but I don't know if I agree. So loud, this song, sorry. What does help is I know that I can hear the music volume in relation to the game, the same as you. So I know if that's too loud. So we've got a minute and a half to stop at this place, so let's take it easy. Let's take it very easy. It even easier. I don't like these people walking by the edge of the track. It really stresses me out. They'll scare them a bit, look. That'd have been so loud for them. Typical train driver, sorry, with his rail-centric thinking. Sue me. That's super stuff, everyone. I've done a real bang-up job there. Whoa. This is Falkirk, everyone. Falkirk High. I can't see the big wheel anywhere. I can see this house, though, that is got scaffolding all over it. Seaman Court. Look at this guy. See the way he goes like, skidding into here? Is this guy going to do it as well? That's so naff. I love it. The court of public opinion. Look at these people waiting for the train, like chumps. Look at this guy. Why are these people just stuck here? Get on the train or get out of the way. God, this is really busy actually. Fucking busier than Haymarket. You would not survive in the court of public opinion, Nerdmo. I'm sorry. It wouldn't happen. Me, on the other hand. Nerdmo, do you remember when you called me Joe 90? when I wore those glasses. I'm still very upset about that. I've still got those glasses as well. You know that guy? The guy on the platform? There's a clip, I think if you go to, there's a Pokemon, I think I was playing Pokemon Cosmic Emerald at the time. There's a VOD on YouTube. If you go to my channel and search for, I think the VOD is literally called Joe90. And Nerdmo just walks in. I'm wearing these like blue light glasses, like these, but they're like thick black rims, and they're a bit more rectangular. And Nerdmo just goes, "Oh, I didn't know Joe90 was on this stream." And I was like, "I don't know who Joe90 is, Nerdmo, but if it's just some guy with glasses, I'm not going to be happy." And to my shock, it was just some guy with glasses. So, do you know, as a result of that, I bought these ones, which are a lot nicer, aren't they? They're a lot nicer. But I've still got the old ones. I might whip them out at some point. Sorry, actually, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to wear them for a moment now, because I can. So... oh, they're a bit dirty. They're not in a case or anything like that. Brains from Thunderbirds. Right, so when Nerdmo called me Joe90, when Joe called me Nerdmo90, first of all, Google Joe90 if no one knows who Joe90 looks like, Google him. These are the glasses that I was wearing. Which, you know, they're fine. They're a pair of glasses. Nerd Joe90. That's a good username. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. So I upgraded a little bit. Can you tell? They're good glasses. They are. They're quite weird though, in the sense that they don't seem to fit on my face properly. Like if I wear these glasses and I just put them on as I would normally put on a pair of glasses, like the shape of them and like where they are on my face in relation to my eyes is fine. If I wear these ones, I have to sort of perch them a bit. I have to do sort of like that, and then they're not fully on there. Like you can almost see they're like perched. So if I put them on fully, like they're too high up. Can you see? I don't know why. I don't know why they're like. Sorry, I can probably zoom in on my face. On here, look. They're too high up. It's almost like they're meant to be upside down or something. I don't get why they're like that. It's so strange, isn't it? So I sort of have to perch them and be like that. But even then, they're still a bit like... They're still a bit weird. Whereas now I just... It's just miles better, isn't it? It's so much better. There we go. Looks like you're driving the train facing the wrong way. Wouldn't it be great if I just streamed? Hang on, let me put these glasses back. I can actually see. Does it look like I'm driving the train now? Let me... Just give me a moment. It's a kind of character from a Mel Brooks film angle. There is a little bit, isn't there? Let me try this. Does it look like I'm driving the train? Does it look like I'm driving the train? No, okay, good. Was that good? I might do that another time as a little bit. Yeah, I get a little don't make me tap the sign thing. Oh, that's good. Maybe I should do. Oh, hang on. I want to do a whole stream where I'm driving a train in Train Sim World, but I'm checking around. I want to log on, do a train sim route, and just turn round and somehow have like a mirror here that shows me what is going on the screen, and then I can just do the whole stream. I'll put my mic over there as well if I want to. I can sort of like see if I can get it around the other side, and just have my entire stream where it just it just looks like you're stood behind the driver. That'd be so stupid. Or even better, I can't see the game, but chat through the use of TTS has to tell me like all the speed limits and when to stop and stuff like that. I don't know. There you go, Watch Dogs theme. We were talking about this, weren't we? I laughed an awful lot at your Blue Sky post this morning. It's a good one. It's all I could say. It's all I could possibly say. Look at this little cutting, isn't it gorgeous? Apparently not there, because I'm stuck in the... Never mind. It's nice, isn't it? Straight through the rocks like that. When nerds' gags go too far, yeah, I'll just turn around. I've got very limited room to turn around, actually. My bed is, like, right there. So we're stopping at Lenzie next. Anyone ever been to Lenzie? Hopefully pronouncing that correctly. Can't really get that one wrong, to be honest with you, but... The mobile clip out is a nightmare. Anything on Twitch mobile is just hell, isn't it? It's really bad. It's atrocious. I'm so glad we've got an idea for a bit that we can do. Now that I've got this NVIDIA replay background removal thing. Not replay, you know what I'm called. Broadcast, that's the one. You played rugby versus Lenzie Academy. They were pish. Was it Union or League? Eagles. Someone in my class in primary school plays for Scotland's rugby league team. Union. That's southern rubbish, as my old geography teacher used to say. God, I wonder what she's doing these days. She used to talk about rugby, and then someone would go, "You talking about rugby union or league?" And she'd go, "I'm talking about league, of course, not that southern rubbish." I'm in the rugby league belt, I guess you would call it, if that makes sense. All the big rugby league teams, apart from like a couple of them, are like in this specific belt across the north of the UK. Well, the north of England even. Not north of the UK. It's in the middle of the UK. You know, Leeds, St Helens, Hull, Wakefield, Castleford. I don't think Bradford are that good anymore. Haven't really paid attention in a while. Wigan. You only got Union at school? That's fair. We only got League at school. So... just goes to show, doesn't it? Is there a Scotland rugby union team then, or is it just, or do they do just a UK thing, or is it both? It's not a nice noise, is it? There's loads. Oh, is there really? League's popular in places, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I wonder why League is popular in certain places and not others. I get why it's popular sort of in the north of England. But I think if you look at the rugby league, there's just a random French team in there. In the first rugby Super League, the first year of the Super League, which is somewhere in the 90s, one of the teams was PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, and I think like after the first season they got kicked out of it because they were doing some weird tax avoidance. God, I don't know why I remember that. I remember learning about that. This is Lenzie, folks. We've got 2.5 minutes in Lenzie. Look at this lovely little church over here. It's nice. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I mean, the road's a little bit funny, but got Barber's Barbershop and all that sort of thing. Bradley's. Not sure what that is. Ladies. Does it say ladies? Not sure. So weird that these don't like... Yeah, there you go. The, what's it called? Is it LOD? It's a bit funky at times. So Glasgow Queen Street, here we go. So we're going to be stopping at Bishopbriggs in Glasgow Queen Street, that's it. That's it. Anyone ever been to Bishopbriggs before? No? Service is formed of 8 coaches. I think so. I think it's 4. Yeah, it's 4 and it's 4 stuck together. Which is pretty good. It's nice. Bit of a short platform this though, in the grand scheme of things. Bit of a funny one that. See what I mean? You could not read that until I zoomed in here, and now it's fine again. It's strange. You can also put these route maps down. If I can't get out now because the train's about to leave, but like there's like collectibles in this, in a sense. Like you've got to put all the route maps down at every station and that kind of thing. For those who care about that sort of thing, personally. I don't. Let's turn the screen on, look. You can type in this. I got advice not available. 8 cars. You can do door selection in here. Turn the brightness up and stuff. Pretty nifty, innit? Next stop's only 3 miles. I don't know what routes to do after this. It'll be in another stream. I'm going to head off after this one, but I'll probably pick another couple of UK ones. I tried a German train the other day, but the safety system is just, I can't get my head around it. I've watched tutorials for it and stuff. It's going to take me a while to get used to that. So I might just keep trying that off stream. If I ever get my head around it, we could do it without the safety systems, but I like doing the safety systems. Speaking of, so we could do, there's like a Manchester one, there's like a Birmingham one we could do. I think there's a couple more Scottish ones that we can do. Bishopbriggs is North Glasgow, just a normal place people live to commute into the city. That makes sense. That's fair. There's 85 limit down here. Yeah, we'll have to have a look. I'll have to have a look and maybe do a couple of practice routes. But it'd be nice to get into a little, like one of those, a little pacer kind of thing. I did try the Leeds to Manchester Victoria one, which is set in like 1986, but the train on the route that you use is just ridiculous. It's got like gears and stuff. It's like a manual train. You've got to use like gears, and it just I can't drive at all, but I can't ever have a manual driving. Even though I played Need for Speed Underground 2 on the PC 20 years ago. Surprisingly didn't help me all that much. But yeah. You can spawn any train on any route, so I could do that. I could do it just in a pacer train if I wanted to, but I don't think you can actually do like a proper timetabled route if you do that sort of thing. So we'll have to see about that. I've gone way too far here. That's a bad one. Just gonna... You are fucking kidding me, aren't you? I can't believe it's just done this again. How do I get out of this? How do I actually get out? You absolute cock. I can't believe it. Why has it done this? Oh, balls. I can't move. I actually can't move. Save your current progress. If I... Sammy Pig, welcome in. It's a classic, isn't it? That's the second time today as well. I can't believe that. It must only be in those... Oh, right, let's see if this works. Love to see it. Last time it happened, literally, like 5... Oh, you can just save it and go back to it. I didn't know that. Oh, we didn't have to quit the last one. Well, that's not terrible. Well, I mean, it's not great, is it? But authentic ScotRail. Yeah, it always happens, doesn't it? Play on PS5 and the game's a mess at the minute. Is it really? I don't have a PS5, so I don't have a console anymore. I couldn't. We were just talking about how some games are really not suited to consoles. And how like game devs often will make the PC game worse, so it's the same level as the console one. So we're talking about Planet Coaster 2, which comes out today. The features in it, they've taken a load of them out because console can't handle them that well. But they've taken them out the PC version as well. I just think that's... He's not wearing the uniform. Did you get one of those knockoff handheld emulators? What do you mean? Like the ones Nerdmo has been playing, like the taxi one? We've played a lot of crap. Oh, emulators. Oh, sorry. I thought you said simulators. I wasn't paying attention. No, I haven't. Is there one for, like, the Switch? Because I'd probably buy that. I'd probably buy that. I don't want to buy a new Switch at this point. Because they're going to bring another one out. And then that's going to cost like 500 quid. That's a 125. Like an Anberic handheld. You can get Game Boy-like devices with everything up to PS1 on them for 30 to 50 quid. Adam Flair, are you in the chat? I think Adam's got one of these. If what I think you're thinking about is a thing. You got a Mii Mini, there you go. Are they actually really good? Because I'd be tempted. Then again, I can just play them on PC, can't I? I'm not much of a... Oh crap, we're way too fast. I'm not much of a handheld then. I don't really go out anywhere. You got the Plus? Really good. I'll have to look into this, aren't I? Does it just play like... Does it come with the games? HDMI into a hotel TV and I can play Pokemon on the TV. That's pretty good actually. Perfect for travelling. If I ever travel, I might get one. Have you got the Steam Deck Eagles? Am I right in saying that? Is it good? I don't think we've ever really talked much about it. Thousands of games pre-installed. Ideal for watching YouTube and playing. My mum got me a knockoff Miu. Thought it was lovely, but the knockoff's crap. You got a knockoff of a knockoff? Is it Miu a knockoff? Had one? Sexed it? How much did you get for it? And how much did you pay for it? Was it just not worth it? Oh, going too fast again. Was it just not worth it? It's very difficult to drive a train and look at chat at the same time. I can see why train drivers don't stream while they're driving a train in real life. Okay, in terms of playing games, but noisy. I wouldn't have suspected that. And Burnick is highly illegal, full of homebrew Game Boy games. Yeah, it's Nintendo though, so it's fine, I guess. We were talking about, I don't know if you were here, you guys, when we were here last time, we were talking about the Nintendo music app. What Knight said stream on the actual knockoffs. I went too fast again. We were talking about the Nintendo Music app. Is it true? Oh, it's because there's a bit of a decline here, so we do need to drink a bit. Is it true that the composers of the music aren't credited at all in the app? I don't know if you've used it. I assume this is something that you've seen on Twitter or whatever it's called this week. Because that someone said it to me and I repeated it last time in the last stream. I don't actually know if it's true or not. It just sounds like it was true. Wouldn't surprise me. Well, this is the thing. This is why I said it. I was like, it sounds like it. So if you look at like Rainbow Road from Mario 64, it doesn't say like Rainbow Road by the person who composed it. It just says Rainbow Road by Mario 64, which it sort of implies that Mario 64, not Mario 64, what's it called? Mario Kart 64. It implies that Mario Kart wrote the song, which is really interesting. You know, if you get into sort of like thinking about Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong wrote all the songs for his games. He's a very talented man. Close to 100% of the people in the credits for mainline Mario Zelda game are suits. Yeah. Has it got Pokemon music on it? Or is that a separate thing? Because I know that's... I mean, it is Nintendo, obviously, but... That's it, folks. We're there. We're going to get up off our chair now, and we're going to fly up into the roof. No, we're not. I figured out how to fix it. If you just go in a direction while you leave, it's fine. Wait for service. I don't want to... I think I know what this is going to do. I think it's going to make me... Sorry, hang on. Oh, there we go. I think it's going to make me drive it back, and I don't want to do that. But here's Glasgow. If anyone's been here. This could be Brighton. It does look a bit like Brighton. We'll go to Brighton. I'm not going to... We can always go in free roam and just have a look around Brighton. I don't know if you've seen it there, but you must have done. Pokemon is its own special legal wrangle. That makes sense. North Hanover Street. Yeah, this is Glasgow, everyone. For those who... Could go into photo mode, couldn't I? Can I go outside? Probably not. But... I mean, I assume it's always busier than this at 10 to 9 in the morning. It's like 8 people. They do a good job with the models and stuff, don't they? Yeah, they do. They do tend to do a very good job. What they don't do a good job of is the amount of people in it, which is a shame because I mean, it's not this bit's fine, but it's like. There'd be so many people here. Yeah, it must always be. If you go to... I'll show you an example. We'll go to Euston. London Euston, which is famously just completely packed constantly. If I can find the route. What is the route? It's not there. Is it? No. It's not that. Here you go. Free roam. London Euston. Playing out. It's a good tune, isn't it? I've not heard this song in a long time. I just picked it because it's got mild connections to Scotland, which I guess it does. I think Bon Scott was Scottish or something, wasn't he? Born in Scotland. This is London Euston. Completely ram-packed station, like constantly. But look at this. It's just... Ooh. It's just like... It's like we're fucking COVID. Just empty. I get that having a lot of people walking around will, you know, it'll be a lot of power and stuff like that. But even if they were just standing, I think there's one of the stations that I've got where, I think it's London Paddington, where there's like a, you know, like a sort of atrium kind of thing where it's just got people standing. They don't move around, but at least it looks a little bit busy, you know? I don't know what route that is. Is it... Is it this? No, it's not that. Wish I could just pick a station. We'll have to do the Holiday Express one at some point. I've never done that. We'll have to give that a go. Manchester Piccadilly is another one where the station's just like, it's just empty. It's not great, but I guess, you know, I guess I'm not playing it for the people in the game. Yeah, but it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's world building. It's a little bit of world building. Is it Great Western Express? Yeah, I think it's this one. Paddington. It's 10 AM. On the 6th of November. London Paddington. See, it spawns quite a few people in there. What a lovely station, by the way. Oh, God, it's spawning quite a few people. But look at this. It's got... yeah, they're all standing there and they don't do anything. But it's better than, like... you know, it's better than it just being empty. I guess. Actually, this one is pretty busy. I'm surprised. It's not folk hanging about a train station world simulator, that's true. And I also think the other thing, and I don't know if it's... oh, it's got Cafe Nero, like. It's like a scene for a horror film. Yeah, it's like a scene where time stopped and this is the only man who's seen through it. Upper crust as well. I think some of the older Train Sim World DLCs and stuff have less people in. I think this might be a newer one, which maybe is why it's got more people in. Possibly. It's Roger Prodlington. Aren't I Roger Prodlington in this? I can't remember. I can't remember the lore. But yeah, this is pretty good. I mean, it'd still be busier than this, but there's a bit of life to it until they all sort of stop. Like, I don't know. But yeah, not anymore.